What's up, guys? Barry Game here, back with some more Idle Heroes, and of course today we're following up this morning's video with some Hyperspace Hunter Aylamak action. Now, his active ability and his abilities are pretty interesting because the way that his abilities attack, they hit like the target and someone near them. So what we're going to try to do is try him out in a couple different game modes here today. The first one going to be our PvE boss setup here. We're going to have our Queen, Drake, all these fun normal heroes that we're going to get to help buff him up. We're going to be running him with an Antlers Cane, fully offensive, crit damage, and precision. And we're going to be running, of course, the poison synergies. So if we take a look, we're at 170 skill damage, 155 precision, still at about 100% block. That's probably not that important. That's why this copy is good. I kind of wish the block wasn't there. I wish it was like skill damage, crit damage, giant killer, or better yet, skill damage, crit chance, or precision. And giant killer, heck, Defire might be cool too. But again, his abilities hit a lot of times, especially when you have the Noble Sublimation down here too. So it can get a little bit tricky figuring out the right way to gear him up. I do like the 155% precision though, so that is good. We're going to save this and we are going to go to town. Actually, you know what we can do? You can probably have that changed, right? I just realized we don't actually have any of these support heroes at like V4 and stuff, so it's not like peak of the peak performance, but we do need to get this done because it's about ready to be over. So I'm intrigued to see how these battles actually play out. So let's see what his damage looks like, if it's even good, or if it even compares to like Doom Terminator Vulcan, because technically Doom Terminator Vulcan still feels like one of the best ones for game modes like this for boss damage. Same with like Lord of Fear Aspen and Fairy Queen Vesa. Very good. Let's just get through these easy battles here, collect our resources. Although really, nowadays, Broken Spaces, resources-wise, does really nothing for us. There's not really much of anything we care about too much. He does hit pretty hard, though, with his active skill. That seems to hit hard. We're gonna have to see how it actually performs. I guess the only thing we do care about is magic dust, but it's so little magic dust, I don't know if it really matters. We of course get some like artifact pieces and stuff too, which I guess is okay, but like it is what it is. So my guess with him in our lineup though is that our team is going to be very, very tanky here. They're gonna have some ridiculously strong shields working in our favor here. We even have shields coming from our from our Freya as well. This is kind of looking promising so far because again, it hits both targets, so we do want Drake in the mix here. And if Drake also gets the target that is shrunk, I mean, this time it's a little opposite, but it's fine. Watch this active though. Oh no, wait, we got 2 CCs on us. I don't think we're getting out. No, we got rid of the stun, not the other one. So let's watch how this ability actually goes off in round 3 here. So he attacks and it goes boom, boom. You can see how it's hitting like multiple targets here. Very, very powerful for multi-boss battles. Now, if we're talking about Star Expedition where there's only one enemy, might not be as good. But I think in game modes like this where there are multiple targets, and maybe even better in somewhere like Flame Shrine, he could be a very solid choice for damage dealer, especially considering he's a fraction of the price of like, actually, I don't know what the price of Vesa is nowadays. It's probably close to like 30,000. Same with Lord of Fear Aspen. I mean, Mockman and wow, it's still just impressive damage every time I watch that. Mockman and Vulcan are still going to be way up there at the tippy top. And they'll have to see how G-Ster performs here in what, like a week or two? Something like that. Probably 2 weeks for G-Ster to come out. Let's see this active ability come out. I mean, honestly, maybe we should just have like melodic strings on him because like the battles are lasting like 1 round with his attack. So he absolutely obliterated that Aspen. Holy cow, that was pretty nuts. That seems like some good damage here. It seems like it. Now this is where it gets a little tricky though, because there are carries, of course, with the energy draining mark. There is I almost said Tusilago. Tara with the sealing off as well. We might not get as reliable actives here, but I think like 1 or 2 actives from him might be enough to do what we need. We could just shrink that carry as well. That would be awesome. And carry, please do not hit our hero. Please do not hit. No, 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 no. You just keep draining his energy. He might be doing enough damage, though, with his basic attack. And the queen pings that, I mean, it might work out where he can actually kill them both. Pretty impressive, especially when you get that defense down from Drake and that shrink. Look at that. These are just basic attacks, just chunking this carry and counterattacks. You gotta remember, he counterattacks as well. I mean, the queen seems... we need to look at the damage numbers at the end of this, because the queen's getting some actives off. She's kind of hitting hard. Oh, next round, we actually get an active. It's just going to delete the Tara, isn't it? Just absolutely delete, because we also have those Antler Cane stacks. Oh, my goodness, just utterly obliterating these enemies. And lastly, we got the Drake Russell combination. We got to see how this plays out here. I'm hoping there's no energy draining, so we should be good for the first couple rounds to get a couple actives off, and it might be enough. They're kind of tanky in this one. Hold on, wait a minute. They're kind of tanky here. Hopefully our shielding from our Aylamak is going to be enough to keep our heroes alive from the Russell, and it kind of seems like it will. I mean, they get full shields constantly, and now we are chunking that Drake with those actives. Holy cow. This is impressive, man. This is actually really impressive. Look at that. Russell hits, they like lose some shields, and then they instantly generate the shield back. Absolutely amazing. All right, right here, big damage. Get rid of that Drake. Almost killed the Russell as well. So by round 6, we're going to have this cleared out. I feel like that was actually better than Lord of Fear Aspen. And what my hope is that we can build a team for even like Star Expedition where we can really, really shine. One hit KO with this hero, and there's a reason for this, guys. There's a big reason. We got to claim out all of our rewards. Let's talk about why I thought he might actually be a good damage dealer. Number one here is the fact that his Noble Sublimation on his last passive Sacred Sword is interesting. This one up here, sorry, the Deep Sublimation. So, when an ally is under a basic or takes damage from an active skill, Hyperspace Hunter Aylamak counterattacks. There's no really animation for it, dealing 800% attack damage to the attacker, so that's like an additional damage bonus, but really it comes down to his active. He hits a ton of times, and as we know, heroes like Vulcan, Machman hit multiple times over and over, very, very strong. Vesa and Aspen single target over and over, very strong. Attacks enemy 6 times, dealing 800% attack damage to one random enemy each time. When the damage is dealt there, he steals 2% of the enemy's attack from the main target for 3 rounds and deals damage equal to 50% of the damage taken by the main target to the targets nearby. That's why you see like them take chunks of damage after the hits as well. That is definitely why. If the targets with Scar, including the nearby targets, take damage, they'll take an additional hit. And then on top of all of that, you're reducing the enemy's armor for 2 rounds if they're not the target of like the Drake or something. And then Noble Sublimation, the main target takes extra damage equal 2% of max HP, capping at 1500% of his attack each time the damage is dealt. I honestly feel like this one, the Noble Sublimation part right here, is the one that really chunks their HP that we saw and is just absolutely amazing. Like, I want to try him in Flame Shrine next. I know you guys are going to see him a lot today. There's a lot to talk about. Hopefully you guys enjoy this, and hopefully we can get him to work really, really well. And I'll see you guys next time.